In today's lesson, we're going to be making a tessellation together. And then after you learn how to make a tessellation, you're going to make one of your own. So, a tessellation is simply a repeating pattern of figures that completely covers a plane without any gaps or overlaps. And as you can see, I've shown you some really cool ones that have been done before. For today's lesson, you will need a piece of white paper, half of a note card, a pair of scissors, a pencil, and some tape. So double check that you have all of these items. If you do not, pause the video and raise your hand. Okay, grab your note card, and we want to hold it just like this, more vertically, versus not like this, that's more horizontally. So hold it like this. We're going to draw 3 different lines on this note card. The first line should look like this, and do your best. It's just freehand. You want to stop or start at this top left corner, curve down, and then curve back up. And then once you have that drawn on, we want to add another one. So here we have our original one, and then I've added this other line that kind of curves down and curves over. And then once you have those 2 drawn, there's one more that we need. So now we have all 3 drawn. First one, second one, and now this little one, just a little half circle in the bottom right corner. Alright, now that you have all of your lines drawn in, you can go ahead and pause the video, and you're going to cut each one of these out so they all are separate like this. And then once you have them cut out, what you're going to do is we're going to move them to the opposite side. So this one, we cut it out of the top. You have to move it directly on the other side, the opposite side. And then we have this right here. You have to move it on the exact opposite side, and then same thing here, direct opposite side. So you have all these different pieces that you've moved around, and now we have to tape them together. Okay, so now that I've taped them all together, I have my template that I'm going to trace. So get it out, and you can trace right on your paper. And then, after you move it, you can add details to your shape if you like. So this kind of looks like a bird. And then to tessellate, you match up and you trace again. So right here, matches up just like this. Remember, you don't want any gaps or overlaps. So they match up, and now you're going to trace again. And add the detail each time. So as you keep repeating the pattern, you can see that it tessellates perfectly. And then when you're done, you can color it however you wish. Alright, so now to remember, when you make one of your own, you start with a rectangle, and you can just draw any sort of line that you want. So I just drew a random line. I'm going to cut it out, and the key thing is you want to cut it out and move it directly across on the other side. So, cut it out, move it to the other side, and you'll want to tape it down. Now, let's see, make it a little more interesting. Draw another one. I can cut this out, move it to the other side. So it doesn't have to turn into something specific like the one that we just did with the bird. It can be any sort of abstract figure that you choose. So now this one, directly on the other side. So if you tape that down, you have this really cool figure that when you trace it, it'll tessellate perfectly. And here I can show you one that I did, the final product, where you have this abstract figure and it tessellates, and then you can color it and make a really cool picture. It's also a lot of fun to take that abstract figure and turn it into your own little fun little creature. Have fun with this and good luck!